I've noticed on life's journey that everyone seems to be on a search. There's a cry and a passion to find some place, or fame, or security, or power, or wealth. I believe it's an echo of the soul to long for a relationship with God. My early childhood was lived in simplicity. My parents both came from the dairy farm back in 1910 to 1930. We were poor, but didn't know it, and my life was peaceful until a violent trauma happened in my life. An adulterous dad I found was my dad, and my mother not only kicked him out, but then took in a boyfriend. My peaceful home, my joyful life, was ruined in one event. Feelings of abandonment and rejection assaulted my psyche. I still carried the Warner family name, but I lost the identity. I lost the love and the acceptance. I made a decision to eat, drink, and be merry and die and go to hell with my friends. Nothing would fill the void that my heart was crying for. Let me fast forward 8 years to October 25th, 1951. On that night, Jesus Christ stepped across the threshold of my life. I knew an immediate sense of peace that declared the war was over. I belonged. I was loved. I was accepted. Because of that experience, God granted me a great sense of peace and gave me a grand purpose for my life. That night was a launching pad to 4.5 years of Bible college, 54 years of full-time pastoral ministry. I studied hard, learned many methods to share God's love. I was blessed and enjoyed sharing that. However, there was still an empty place deep inside of my heart. I wanted to know I was accepted. I've been physically strong and healthy most of my 82 years. Over 25 years ago, I had a strange feeling in my chest. And with proper diagnosis, the wonders of angioplasty, I was healed. God gave me a peace and a freedom. God cares about every detail of my life. He holds me while He changes me. I also had a strange feeling for some time that God, my Heavenly Father, was far away. Some friends became a diagnostic tool. I still grieved the loss of my dad, and somewhat for my mother. I wanted my dad's love and approval and acceptance and sense of worth. Out of that experience, I've also developed my own diagnostic tool. When I meet an individual, I ask them if I can ask a personal question. If they agree, which they most often do, I ask them, please tell me about your relationship with your dad when you're growing up. I get all the way from, I don't have a dad, to the fact he is my best friend. That tool helps me understand that individual. I have developed a theory that when we're born, they cut the umbilical cord so we can live. We spend our life looking for Dad to plug it into. I want to know his love and acceptance and approval. Without that feeling, I know that I'm missing something. Now with this deep emotional and spiritual insight, I discovered that my search was to know peace with God. I believe that the longing for a human father is a shadow of the desire to know God as my Heavenly Father. I found the answer to my search and longing in a mighty personal relationship with God and my human Father.